Thank you guys for joining us today in the 11th episode of Shared Archipelago, a Salt Marsh campaign. Now, if I remember correctly, we ended the second to last session with y'all killing and clearing the majority, or the entirety of the dungeon that was underneath the Abbey Isle. You guys brought Ozymandias and Bailiff over, had a little talk with the Firestarter and York's dad, Scoundrel Chad Tinkertopper. Later, you guys made your way back to Saltmarsh, gave Bailiff the much needed treatment he needed, as well as Sterling, and had a little talk with Anders while just handing in, where at, it ended with you guys getting a longship. Hmm. And from that, you guys were having a little bit of wine. What would you like to do?
So, right. Tarquin, I believe that there are a few things we still need to do, but I think it is important that we find your family as quick as possible and alert them. You said we're still at Anders' place?
You guys can not be if you want. We ended last session. You guys having a little bit of wine.
Oh, okay.
If you'd like, you could be walking.
Um, but Yorick, are you all right? You kind of look a little pale there.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Ah, damn it.
You have to do his voice.
Y'all, I don't even do a voice for my own characters. You're making me do a voice for this guy. Well, I don't know. My tummy feels kind of bad. I think I probably should go.
Oh, Yorick, this is horrible news. We must get you medical aid
Very,
immediately.
very horrible. Very, very.
Yeah. So let's take him. Let's take him to the place and check up on Bayleaf.
Mm-hmm.
And Sterling.
And Sterling.
And Sterling.
Ah, fine.
All right, you guys make your way down. The rain is letting up a little bit. As you guys make your way over, it's still very much pounding. Make your way to the front porch of the healing house, and there you find Sterling waiting for you at the checkout.
Sterling,
waiting room.
how you this?
Feels good to me.
Oh, this is very good news. Yorick, let's have you sit down, and we'll find Erin or Rachel, Rebecca. Ugh, I can't remember.
What's
I'm
wrong with Yorick?
His tum tum is hurting.
I think my husband was so wagging eyeballs.
Wow, you sound completely different too. It's affecting your voice.
My apologies. It was a little bit of a hard time with eating the eyeballs.
Mm.
I'm sure Erin's still working on Bayleaf. Tarquin's gonna look around and just try and find like a nurse or someone to assist.
Well, you guys did go into their little celebration party, so there is a few other ones. If you want, you can find Eliza.
Okay. Tarquin's gonna go over. Pardon me, ladies, I know this party is very important, but as the guest of honor is no longer here, might you assist my other friend?
I don't wanna. What do you want? This is like the second time you've done this. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, can't you see we're partying? Like,
Is this Aaron?
no,
No,
it's
this is Eliza. Eliza's got an attitude, and Tarquin's like, listen, darling, I understand that your whole situation has just been, listen. My friend's tum-tum hurts. How do you think that makes me feel? Now, are you going to help him or not?
Just sit down. Like, go to the bathroom. I don't care.
Yorick,
Have
come
some
over
ginger
here.
ale. I don't, go to
Yorick,
go to
come
the
over here.
tavern. I don't care.
Sit here with these lovely ladies, and if you decide to start dying, hope and pray that they will aid you, as is their sacred mission.
Also, big man.
I did not sign up for this. I am.
It is
Today's
important,
my day off. Like, I don't
if
know
you
what
are
you
feeling
want.
a little under the weather, big man, if you have to pass gas, just use your new prestidigitation to make it smell nice and fine. Okay, we don't want the reputation of us being smelly folk around here. So.
Too late for that, apparently. Tarquin's gonna side-eye Eliza.
She side-eyed you back.
So much sass.
Oh, the sass is right up here, man.
Well, are y'all done? I'm sorry, like, if y'all done, you can make your way.
Yeah,
Anyhow, you guys, have you heard the new pop star that is coming on the scene? Oh my god. I have one of the audio crystals. We can just listen to it. Completely not paying attention to
Can
you.
we please leave?
Can we just like break her fingers or
Where-
something?
Absolutely not. Tarquin's gonna.
Where is Aaron? What?
Aaron is still. You'd say it out loud or to you said it to Eliza.
Yes.
I'm
I saw
pretty
it.
sure she's still putting Bayleaf's arms and legs and face back on.
Well, she's not
'Cause
over
we have
here.
not
so-
been gone that long.
She's obviously not here, so she's probably like in the operating room or something. Like,
Can I
And
speak
she's-
to a supervisor, please?
No,
I am the supervisor. What do you
No.
want?
Oh, shit.
listen. Yorick is fine. Let's be on our way. Let's leave before things get any worse.
Bye, York. It's your turn to be ditched at the infirmary now.
Bye.
Is there like a cake or something that they're sitting around? Like, is this a birthday party or something?
It's not so much a birthday, but it's more a celebration. So there is cake, yeah.
Okay.
They were.
I'm-
Was it Rachel or Rebecca? I can't remember.
It's Becca's.
It's Becca. Yeah. So they were. She had gone from like being a nurse to being like a doctor. Or she had leveled up her healing belt, and they were celebrating. And then we like charged in with Bayleaf, and we were like, "Look at this!" And so that's the party got stopped.
You ain't got no arms or
so-
other appendages.
So how Roscoe has little like rankings. This Spring Jade is for like immediate entry nurse. Summer Peridot would be basically the beginning doctor, and Autumn Opal would be like head of the hospital.
we know what Aaron is.
She would be an Autumn.
Oh.
Ooh. Did you have a plan for that cake, by the way, Ty?
No. Let's
Okay.
not be petty. Let's just go.
I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna take a huge slice of this cake, and then I'm gonna knock the rest over onto the ground. What? I want some.
Sterling, what are you? Sterling, what are you doing? Stop, Sterling, no.
Getting a slice of cake.
All right.
Oh, okay, great.
You
Did
gotta-
nice. God, portion control, man.
You get a slice of cake and drop it, and you hear like a whole. As everybody sees it. Like, I am sorry, but you should just go. Like, why can't you see we're having a good party and you're just over here doing nothing? Why? If you don't get the vibe, like, just leave.
Oh man, Butterfingers, bro.
If you want, we have our own. We can treat that.
No.
I'm sure we have 10 nurses here that will treat you just fine, sir. Why don't you sit right down?
I'd
You know
hate
what?
to
Sit right
interrupt
down.
your
We're gonna
party.
treat your
I would hate
Butterfingers.
to interrupt your party.
And-
Fuck you! I'm taking this cake.
And
I'll
you
get the
see,
fuck
and
out
you
of
see
this
like
kid.
three half women start chasing you out.
No, I gotta ditch the cake. Tuck it over my back. I'm getting
Their
the fuck
fingers
out of here.
glowing with like dark energy as they walk up to you and up to you.
Oh my god.
Freaking somebody cast darkness. Pass out a trace. Out.
I'm just going to.
I would like to evade and get out.
Yeah, Tarquin's gonna be like, "Thank you for your services. I will see myself out. I
I
am
see
not
there's, like-
affiliated with this man."
I see there's like one little plumper halfling that's like, I really wanted more.
Is
I
there
see-
any cake left? Like,
Ooh.
is there any?
There's like some in the little plates that were left over that they just left on the table after the majority of the party went after Sterling.
I'm so sorry, and I'm gonna point the staff at the piece of cake and cast enlarge on it.
You are a piece of shit. You're ruining my.
Dude, I didn't want to like ruin their party.
Too late.
It's so mean.
Back the chicken strips. Anyway.
All right, you're gonna Alice in Wonderland their cake with your
Yes.
staff.
Yep.
And while I believe enlarge only really works on creatures, since
No,
it's from.
it works on items,
All right,
on objects.
good. All right, so you go and it enlarges for the next minute. Thank you so much.
Just eat it quick.
Making my way back in.
All right, and Sterling runs out. You guys might see. Actually, Sterling, roll a stealth check.
God.
You see, we're gonna get beaten by a mob of nurses.
Yeah, that ain't a good time for me.
I catch up with Tarquin. So we're not going to intervene, are we?
No.
Okay. good.
Listen, I understand that Eliza was a bit up and moody, but like maybe she's just having a bad day. I don't see why we had to ruin a perfectly good cake. And he didn't take enough for us, Captain Mary.
I agree. Honestly, what I was going to do before he did that was enlarge the cake, and take half of it for ourselves.
Team player. I like that.
But
That would be a 10, good sir.
You about to get your ass whooped.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. 2 plus 8.
these clerics with their high perceptions. Yeah, no, you're done, bro.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Red die fucked me.
Yep. So they catch up to you easily. You go sneak around a little alleyway that's there, and you for a second think I'm fine, and then here comes a pile of about 8 to 10 halfling women, about max at 3 feet, getting onto your like 6 foot something form, and they just start wailing you. One jumps on the shoulders of one. The one that jumps on you hits you with the inflict wounds, and Meriwether and Tarquin, you just come back. You just find Sterling there, passed out on the ground, his face just smushed with all the cake he stole, breathing, but with a bunch of bruises that for some reason will not go away for a while.
Tarquin's gonna kind of walk over to Sterling's form. He's gonna like kind of like squat down, put his like elbows on his knees, and goes,
Sterling, let me ask you a question. Did you have any sisters growing up?
No.
Yeah, I could tell. It shows. Come on, get up. Let's get you up. Keep the cake on yourself. Ooh.
and Tarquin's gonna help him up and brush him off.
I will be advising you. Pull this stunt with my sisters and we'll all be dead. So get it out of your system here.
Yes, I agree. It is not wise to mess with women at all,
Especially when they're 3 feet tall.
especially when they are together and have the ability to kick your ass, which is pretty often.
Wow.
However,
Rude.
well, isn't that what just happened?
No. There was a lot of odds against me. They outnumbered me.
Right. That's
Some
what
number
it-
to
okay.
1.
Speaking of women, might we swing by Mama on our way out? I feel perhaps that maybe we interrupted a date when we whisked
Yes,
Erin away, and I would hate to be on her blacklist.
Speaking of powerful, scary women, yes. And then I believe we should go converse with Litrix, who is also in town. Would Litrix be on the way to Mama's or past?
Past.
Okay, so Mama's first. Let's see what she has in store for us. And then Litrix. And then perhaps collect Yorick and make our way to Seaton, if possible.
Brilliant, brilliant. I love it. Great plan. To Mama's.
All right. You make your way to Mama's Bodies and Souls. Sign again.
Bodies and souls? Wait, what? Is that
That's
the name of
the
her shop?
place?
She's rebranding.
Oh shit.
Yikes.
I don't see what the big deal is. It's just a massage parlor that only plays jazz music.
Putting the staff away as we enter.
In the bag of holding, and in one of the bag of holdings,
Yes, and one of the
Mr. Two Bags.
No, Yorick has the other one, I think.
Hmm. Well, he did before you just snapped it out of him.
Yeah.
All right, you make your way again, always open, and you see the mama has installed like a ring instead of having his chair. There's a ring where a chair would be, and she's just sitting there with her legs crossed, and this time she has what looks to be like a very somewhat conservative dress with long sleeves, black long sleeves with just like the shoulders cut out.
Oh wow. So
A wardrobe
conservative.
change, mama. What's all this? What's this new production you have?
Well, I was just feeling so. My butt was hurting a little bit from sitting down all the time, so I thought,
Well,
why
I'm
don't you
sure
just
that's
change
what I
it
told
out a
you.
little bit? And I just decided to install this little thing. Why, you like it? And she does a little twirl on it. Very much very much like a Triple C artist.
Gotcha.
Oh, yes, quite impressive. Listen, lots of things. First of all, apologies. I feel that perhaps we maybe interrupted a rendezvous between yourself and Aaron earlier this evening, and for that, he's gonna like bow and say, "You have my deepest apologies. It was only an emergency that required her immediate attention."
Oh dear, things happen. Mama's very understanding. It's
Brilliant.
just make sure it doesn't happen too many times.
Of course not. Of
It's
course not.
already so hard to get her to get a day off. The only reason she even took one is just so that. The only reason she even took one was because little Rebecca was getting her badge upgraded, and she didn't want to be there. I was like, well, everybody can come to Mama.
Yes, quite. We do know something of these things, but not very much. But listen, we last when we brought you a present or a gift or an exchange of goods, you requested that we return here, as you might have something else for us. We're trying to tie off some loose ends. See, we got a very very urgent business out of town, but we didn't want to leave things unseen, unchecked, uncared for.
Y'all are, y'all are such good boys. Mama like. Well, the reason I need y'all to do a little bit of favor for me is I've heard a little bit of some rumors going around that the the minion has lost some treasure or some items out in around Drowned Forest.
The Dominion has?
That they have.
And you want us to get these back? Or you want us to get these for you?
Oh, I just want you guys to get it before they do, dear. That's all you gotta do.
I like the way Mama thinks.
So, what exactly does this endeavor benefit you, Mama?
The minion doesn't get what they wanted. Easy enough.
And
That's
that
all
benefits
Mama want.
me.
All right. Do you have any idea what these items might be?
Where were they? They'll look like a diviner to you. As she points
Look
out
like
to her very deep red skin and curling horns, and points at her magic shop behind her.
you look like a woman that knows exactly what she wants and how to get it. So, yes.
Oh, you'll be right.
Kiss ass.
Well, you see, it was some items that were lost for a while ago. I imagine I imagine Kingdom of Ziz might have had a part of that. Uh, it's a bone that would be really useful. Actually, be really useful for you, Sterling.
Oh.
I believe it belonged to one of the champion's old companions that sadly didn't make it through the shattering.
And now it's gonna belong to your old true shot.
There was also I believe a little rod that can be used to cast a few spells. Well, everybody can use a little bit more spells now.
Everybody could use a little rod.
Okay, a magic bow and a magic rod. Anything else?
Of course, with all the little money, probably some jewels. That was a very important package to him.
And this important package, is this what you would like us to recover for you?
Yeah, that's all Mama wants. Just a tiny little package. She don't judge.
All right.
Yes, Mama. Which forest was this in? The drowned forest or the dreadwood?
The drowned forest. Oh
Okay,
no, I
brilliant.
like y'all too much to make you go into the dreadwood.
Well, I appreciate that, Mama. Thank you very much.
Right.
Why do they call it the drowned forest?
Or there's a little bit of problem there with some sea hags, along with having the tendency to overflow every few years. So just call that because it does drown.
Hmm.
All right. And are we looking for a specific place within the drowned forest? Would it be near the river, or I don't know? I'm assuming we're probably going to have to look for it.
That's all I know, dear. All I know is what was in there. It's lost for a reason.
All right.
I got lost there in the last time the forest drowned, actually.
Oh, so
So
it's been there for a while.
uh, a few, a few months, I'd say. Yeah. The mini has had a little bit more problems on its borders. Hasn't really had time to go look over here.
All right. Well, I think this is something that we can accomplish for you. Do you have a specific time frame for this endeavor?
Oh, all I want is for them not to get it first, dear. That's all.
Well, if
As
they get it
long
first, then we can always get it back from them.
Now you
But that
can.
would be a fight.
Well, I didn't want y'all to go. Mama's just a kind little soul. So I didn't really want y'all to go fighting them directly, but if you think you can do it, I mean, feel free.
Oh, yeah, no, Tarquin's not a fan of being punched. But listen, Mama, if we do this for you, normally there seems to be an exchange of goods or souls or something in exchange. Are we
Oh,
still in debt to you
oh, Mama
somehow?
doesn't deal in souls, dear. It's just a little name.
Right.
It's
Favors,
just a little
favors.
branding. It's just favors. But no,
Right, right, right,
beyond
right.
that, Ed, you'll be paying back all you owe. That's all you got.
So if we did this one thing, slate clean.
Daddy would.
Brilliant.
Good to know.
No more debt.
Well,
Well, thank you. Is there anything else critical that we should know about these items before traipsing off into the sea hag infested woods?
That I can't really remember right now, but if anything, I'll send y'all a message.
Oh, brilliant. Speaking of which, who has the glyph collar machine
Yorick has your
item?
phone.
God damn it. Well, here. And can I borrow a pen?
And she takes one from under her sleeve.
Great. And Tarquin pulls up his sleeve. Can you give me the number?
Lovely.
Somebody roll me an int check to see if anybody remembers. Oh, you want her number?
I want her number. Yeah, we never got her number.
Oh
Shit, I forgot
my!
what ours was though.
You want my number? Girl, can I get your number?
Well, it's for business. Yes, quite. Listen, Mama, I can leave here without your number and be perfectly content, but it seems like perhaps we'll be able to do the job more thoroughly if we have your number.
Sounds
Oh,
like an
dear, it's
excuse.
just a little bit of playing around. I was always gonna give you my number. No.
Yes, I know. I'm quite great. And he flips his hair.
Yeah. And she gives you her number just fine.
Okay, great. Brilliant. And he cracks his knuckles and looks at his comrades. Anything else pressing, urgent? Anything else we need to do while here with Miss Mama?
Not that I can think of. Mama, you don't have any.
A name? Yeah, I do.
What? Wait. Hold on. What is your name, Mama?
Oh,
it
you're
not
telling
just-
me that we've been talking so much, you don't even know my name.
I thought this. I honestly thought it was just Mama. Wait, do I have her name? Is it in my notes, guys?
You guys have never asked.
Sad.
Poor mama.
I feel bad.
You should.
Well, Mama, since we do have your phone number, it would seem that we are on more friendly terms. Perhaps you might share your name with us.
My name is Alexia, y'all.
Alexia.
I've been wondering how long it'll take y'all to even notice. Well, you think you get born with called Mama? You gotta earn that.
You have a beautiful name.
Picked them myself. Thank you.
What?
You picked it yourself?
Tarquin looks at them. What? Can't an entrepreneur choose their own name? I don't see why not.
Fair point. Fair point.
Sure. Well, Alexia, we will get right to it.
Lexia, please.
Oh no.
I'm done talking to mama.
Okay,
All right.
Mama.
Alexia.
Bye.
Bye. Come again whenever you want. Mama will always be here for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Good talk.
To lick tricks. Tarquin.
Yes, quite.
I apologize that we even have to deal with Mama's requests.
I don't apologize.
I do.
It's a bow.
Right, but we are also required to do this. It's a job
Yes. That is
Right.
a nice reward.
that Tarquin didn't get himself into.
Oh, fair point.
Yeah, listen, friends. We all have debts or items up for dispute in our pasts. I will not hold these things against you, as we are now buddies. And he taps Mary's shoulder. Great buddies. However, I must point out the drowned forest is in the opposite direction of my dearest family, so
Right.
we have yet again conflicting interests.
How
I'll go take
long-
care of mama's request and you guys go to the family.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
That's
Sterling.
probably the best idea I've ever came up with.
You know what,
Sterling,
Sterling? Sure.
Sterling, did you forget about the sea hags and the occasional flooding of the swamp?
I don't even know what a sea hag is.
Well, just okay. So time out, DM. Does Tarquin know what a sea hag is, or does he just recognize those as scary words?
Somebody roll me an intelligence nature check or
I
arcana.
gotcha. Hold on.
Not
I had
you.
actually- I
One
had
of
to
those
Google
two.
Nature or okay, it's still either way.
Tarquin
That's
would
true.
actually. Sorry. Sterling would actually have advantage on this because of your favorite terrain.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Advantage?
Yeah, Sterling, you roll me to see what you know.
I rolled poorly for the remembering the number, but thank God we get to do it again.
What was I doing?
Nature or arcana.
Okay, I'll do nature. It'll be a dirty 20.
All right. So you guys know that sea hags are one of the weakest hags, actually. Not as strong as um, d- uh, the black hags like Granny Nightshade that lives over there, or the Annis hags, or even the yeah, or even like the green hags a little. But again, a coven of hags is still always difficult to fight simply because they can cast magic that's greater than you guys can at this point in time.
Yeah.
Along with people, you know, they usually still children away for a day, then they bring the children back, and after a girl is at her 13th or 14th birthday, she then turns into a hag after growing up with their family.
Sad times.
Yeah, and you would know that Saltmarsh actually has a problem with a lot of uh, children disappearing,
Kidnapping and
and it can happen, coming back only to be hags later on.
Well, hags are not the best. Sea hags, blah blah blah. Rehash what the DM said.
Mhm.
I do believe it is probably in our best interest to take care of the hag problem, regardless of we need to.
Agreed.
Something tells me that our quest, this endeavor, will bring us in the path of these hags, regardless of what we try to do. But if we do find the items and all of that, it might just behoove us to take care of the hags anyway. You know what, Sterling? Have you
Aye.
seen any bounties or wanted posters for dealing with hags in the area?
That is a good question. DM? Have I
Yes, you
seen
have.
any of that kind of stuff? Well, as a matter of fact, I sure have.
Well, then, two birds, as they would say.
Yes, two birds that I can go take care of while y'all go to the family.
Sterling, I really don't I really don't think you understand the severity of traveling alone into dangerous areas.
But there's also the fact that if we wait, the Dominion can reclaim their prize. And then
Right.
we'd have to fight them. And if we end up fighting them and one of them lives, then we will be branded wanted everywhere as
Right.
criminals.
So, the question is,
And ever.
the question is,
And ever.
Tarquin, Tarquin, do
Yes.
you have the contact information for your family? Is there a way we can warn them ahead of time?
Well, you see, this is a bit difficult. No. No, I do not. You see, when you're an adventurer, sometimes people might take offense to the way that you choose to adventure. And I would hate to have any links from myself to them to bother them with. So we've kept interactions purely as a pop-in, pop-out basis for some time now. And you see, that's actually part of the reason I'm quite disturbed at this note in the first place, because I've done a pretty good job of keeping them, separate from the adventuring gig. So yes, no. Unfortunately, the only way that I can relay this information would be to go to there. But Tarquin's gonna pull out the note. How long will it take us to deal with the hag situation?
You guys can look at the map.
Yeah, how long would the travel time be? from
Each hex
Saltmarsh
is
to
a
the
day.
Dark Forest?
We could get it done in a day.
Each hex is a day.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Anybody know teleport?
No, unfortunately not.
That's a long travel time. That is
Yeah, that's like a
1,
week.
2, 3, 4.
Will
5,
proper
6,
roadways
7.
make it go by quicker?
Are there proper roadways?
There are to Seaton and Saltmarsh, yeah.
Yeah. We could. So, would a roadway cut the travel time in half for that hex, or any substantial change to the travel?
Yes, too bad there is none going that way.
Well, we could go from Saltmarsh up.
Oh yeah, by the way, you see those little red dash marks?
Yeah.
Those are roads.
Yeah, we could travel north towards Burl in the Silver Strand, and then once the road starts to curve away from the Drowned Forest, cross the river, and then make our way there.
Yeah, like beep.
And if we do that, that might cut a day and a half off our time. But then we would still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days until we got to the forest.
And how many days has it been since we got the note? Like the date that this thing's gonna happen, it's
3.
like a month out, but
Right. Yes. So
it's been 3 days since we got the note.
Yep.
the time right now is 6:17.
If you look at the hexes, it's 3 from Saltmarsh to the Abbey Isle.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Yeah, you're right. Right. So we have over a month, about a month and 6 days until your family is expected to go on the trip.
Well, be on the trip, really. Because, I'm sure they're accounting for travel time to get to the Golden Coast. So, again,
Right.
would much rather go sooner rather than later, but...
I mean, y'all can go. I don't care.
Sterling, we are not going without you, and that is final.
Why?
Really?
I'm
And
not
Tarquin-
a good people person. Your family probably won't even like me.
Tarquin's gonna stop and he's gonna look at Sterling. Listen,
Yes.
Do you recall, not very long ago, where you single-handedly tried to steal a piece of cake and then were beaten mercilessly by a horde of women who typically heal? Do you remember this? Do you recall this?
Listen,
No,
this was
look at me.
because
Sterling,
Mhm.
look at me. Do you remember this? And you are proposing that you single-handedly will go into the drowned forest, steal a metaphorical piece of cake from a gaggle of women whose interests are not healing, but in fact punching. This is your plan.
Yes.
You hear nothing wrong with this plan.
I mean,
There's zero consequences. Listen, I'm not a plan guy, but listen,
potato
man.
tomato, you know? Potato tomato.
So here's what I understand. Regardless of Sterling's idiotic plan,
Not the same thing at all. Potato and a tomato. It's two
Potato
different.
tomato. If we were to take the roads to Seaton, we could be there in 3 days on foot. So if we were to go to Seaton, come back, go to Seaton, warn your family, come back. That would be 7-ish days.
Listen,
At
friends,
at
that
minimum.
has my vote. I understand shiny treasures in the woods, debts owed to my mom, but if I lose my family, I lose pretty much my reason for existing, and I'd rather not that happen.
Right.
Yeah. So go to your family.
Yes, Sterling, I will push you in a puddle.
How much are horses anyway?
Horses are not that expensive for you guys, at least. However, the way it works in 5e is that you gotta rest the horses. So unless you're having a bunch of cargo, hauling a bunch of cargo, it will not be quicker to have a horse.
Wow. Horses suck. Okay.
What about elephants?
Yes, elephants are really good for XP, but sadly not
Yes.
as good for fast travel.
That is a shame. Shame.
XPing? Why would you kill the elephants?
Hey, they're like CR2.
Ivory. All right, let's go visit your family.
DM.
Hmm.
I couldn't, if I had the ability to plane shift us somewhere, could I just plane shift us to somewhere on this plane?
Different plane of existence.
Right.
You want to teleport
DM?
for that? Yes.
What are the chances of me surviving by going by myself to the drowned forest?
You remember what happened when you decided to go by yourself against Thousand Teeth into the Hool Marshes?
Right. I end up bailing. But I mean, that was a giant gator.
And this is a whole forest, and you're not favorite terrain forest.
That's true.
You're actually in your favorite terrain.
Okay. So I can get us there instantly, pretty much.
Huh?
I can get us to Seaton instantly if we need to.
Instantly.
Instant. Well, 6, 12, about 30 seconds.
Explain.
Let's do this. I'm ready. And Tarquin's gonna hunch down and get ready.
The
Whoa.
only problem is I would have to transport us to a different plane of existence and then back for that to work.
What are the material
choose
components?
Which plane of existence?
I believe the staff negates the material component, right? No? Oh shit. Okay. So I would have to I would need 500 gold. And then I would need to see if people in town have divining rods for different planes of existence. You know what? This might be a little more challenging of an endeavor.
Just start putting 2 feet in front of the other, and Tarquin's gonna just start walking down the road.
Go ahead, start walking towards Eaton.
Shit.
Great plan for another day.
Yeah.
Let's find Litrix.
Where's Letrix?
I don't know,
Guys,
where
go
is
to find
Litrix?
where Litrix was. It's a house that was kindly given to her by Anders for her stay. And go knock on the door, and there's no answer. And you look around, and it looks like there hasn't been anybody living here for a few days.
Dun 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 dun. Somebody put her in a stew.
I'm sorry, Sterling. What was that?
Dun 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 dun. Somebody put her in a stew.
A stew? Why would
I don't know.
anyone?
Maybe
would
somebody
anyone do
killed her
that?
up and put her. Have you ever eaten like alligator? I mean, a lizard folk is pretty relative, right?
No, I don't
Pretty
know.
relative, right?
I don't think so.
Pretty
Tarquin's gonna
relative.
go knock on the door. I don't
You-
see why I have to be weird about this.
I was just coming up with solutions.
You're knocking on the door, and there's nope. You wait a little bit. You don't really hear a reply back.
It seems like nobody's home. Perhaps secret lizard folk business.
Or we need to invite ourselves in.
Tarquin's just gonna like
Oh, yeah.
bow and point at the door. Carry on.
I'm going to
man.
do a knock, and try to open the door.
Knock, knock, as in with your teeth tools, right?
I was like knock, and then open. You know, the polite way to enter a room is to knock first.
Yeah, you try to open
Is the door
it.
locked?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to pick it open.
All right, roll the 20.
Oh no, I picked up the wrong die.
And by the way, I added in your thieves tools check modifier.
Yes, I see that, and I appreciate that immensely because I got a 12.
All right, it opens.
Sweet. Letrix! Hello!
The door cracks opens, and you see that the furniture has some sheets on it. Any of the dishes, the dish racks, is completely cleaned. You look further in, you see that the furniture also has little white sheets draped over everything.
Is there any sign that this has actually been used at all?
Yeah, you see there's some signs that it's been used, but it looks like whoever was here had moved out. Or as if the diplomacy talk with those folk has finished.
Oh, so
So there's no
Letrix
reason
is-
for her to stay here.
Mary, it
Looks
would
like-
seem. Yeah,
they're gone.
it seems like Letrix has gone on unless she left a note of some kind.
Is there any loot inside this house?
You can look around if you want.
I'm gonna look around.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh shit. I keep forgetting that loot is investigation. I got a +0 to that. Oh, nat 20.
Fine, you look around, and apart from some of the fine china that's around, there's really nothing really useful. Looks like this is more of a boarding house, not really, or a Airbnb. Not really anything.
I'll
Too
look
useful.
around. Shucks.
All right.
Walks out.
This is odd.
Mary, was she meant to wait for you?
I don't know, to be honest. We might
business
have
did
missed
you
our
have with her?
time. She wanted us to just find her. She had something to talk about, but DM, there's no signs of like a struggle or anything in here, right?
Not at all. Unless you have a UV light.
Speaking of UV light, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Detect Magic real quick from the staff.
All right.
Tap it on the ground, and aura washes out from it.
All right. You see the aura. You get really no pings, and you make your way around the perimeter of the house. It's only a 1-floor house, and there's nothing magical that pings. Except for one of the the teapots, where it's a self-heating one, and
Oh,
self-stirring. And that's really
cute.
it.
Oh no.
What is the problem, Mary? You look troubled.
Oh, our friend is gone. I don't know why. Could we? I want to make sure. I want to make sure she's okay. Could we perhaps go to house telephone, and
House
Civis?
telephone?
okay,
Civis, yeah,
yes,
dude.
House Civis. Can we please go to House Civis and maybe send Litrix a message? I just want to make sure she's all right. But after that, we are free to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to accommodate, Mary. Let's get on our way.
Would the lizard folk even possess a tablet?
I mean,
I don't know.
she was sent here on
Whatever
diplomatic
the glyph thing
reasons,
is.
so maybe.
We have no reason to. I don't think we would know that or not know that. I think it's just
Well, I'm
kind of like a
saying
Hail
Somebody
Mary.
roll
They
me a
don't-
history check.
Well, I'm saying they don't use magic.
They don't use
And I would
arcane
say-
magic, no.
Yeah, they don't use arcane magic.
Somebody roll me, Sterling, roll me an intelligence check, a history check.
History check. Are you sure you want it to be me?
Yes. You're the one that actually had the thought.
18.
I won't. You know that due to you being somewhat of a hunter and knowledgeable with house arts, you know that the people that decide to be indigenous or decide to move away from all the technology in the world, would not really have that a message glyph.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't think you would be able to get a hold of her, House Civis, due to them probably not even having a glyph.
All right.
And by probably, I mean probably 90% chance that they would not have a glyph.
Right.
Where are the lizard folk? And sorry, get me up to speed. Where were the lizard folk stationed?
Wow.
Well, they have their own not kingdom, but they have an outpost over in the Hool Marshes. We were sent to do away with them by Anders a while ago, but we ended up making an alliance
Yes.
between Saltmarsh and their people.
We were actually on our way back from that when we met you.
Oh, how wonderful!
It's true.
But
Well-
let me guess, it's not near the drowned forest, nor near Seaton, nor near anywhere that we want to go.
It is near the drowned forest.
Not
It's-
that near.
It would still be a long ways away, about the same distance as Saltmarsh, unfortunately. Well, almost the same distance.
Might I suggest that we take care of this current business, and if what you say is true, that the relationships between the lizard folk and Cousin Anders have improved, perhaps we can send a message. I can't imagine that they would just do their diplomacy and then stop talking.
Well, you may be right. Do I remember what Litrix wanted to talk about? I believe, like, my player knowledge, I believe it was something about their ancestral homeland, which is what the Sawagan are currently inhabiting.
That is what the message didn't really say too much. Is more of they had a contact that will be around here that if you guys could that had been missing, if you guys could help find, would be really useful against the fight against the Sawagan.
Wait, Litrix isn't the missing one, right? Okay.
Not that you know of.
Man. So Litrix's assignment for us would help us inevitably with the conflict with the Sawagan and the aspects of the Devourer.
Funnily enough, the lizard folk current home is only about a day and a half away from the lighthouse.
Well, shit. We should have gone
Now
there.
there's 3 things on the list.
It's alright, you guys. You don't have the guide. You can min max your routes.
Yes.
3 things on the list, and I only care about one of them.
Me
Alright.
rude.
Yes. Very right.
You gotta
Right,
care about
right.
your party members.
No, voice that I hear in my head. It's fine.
No, you see a little devil that kind of looks like he's so rude. And then you see a little angel that looks inside your, but he's our friend. And they're in your shoulders. And then suddenly the one in your shoulders turns and looks like fire. It's like, burn him. Turns to the fire star. Burn him.
Maybe later.
And Tarquin's gonna. Mary, I understand that this was critical, but as you can see, he gestures around the room. It doesn't appear like there's anyone here to talk to. So perhaps we can come up with a list of ways in which we can communicate. Not so much a pros and cons list, but just like a list of ideas, you know?
You and your lists. I swear.
I like to be organized. He pulls out his little notebook. Oh, pen. We'll make a mental list, and he puts his little notebook back in.
Mm-hmm.
So we
All
can't
right.
call them on the telly, and we can't go to there as it's in the opposite direction of the two places that we also need to go to there too. We could swing by Anders and ask that a message be sent, or see when he last saw
Mm-hmm.
this individual.
And
And
actually, sorry, Tarquin, you would know that there's actually a house, an outpost for House Orion over in Seaton, so you can send a message to there.
in fact, now that I think about it, there is an officer house in Seaton. Perhaps we could send a message even from there. That we don't have to go bother Anders. I'm sure he's still restocking his wine supplies.
Yes.
2 birds.
Yes, I believe that would be a good idea. Hopefully, Latrix is fine. I hope nothing terrible.
Would we
has
not
happened.
have the glyph of Anders?
Probably not.
Oh, but the things with York?
Yeah, I mean, our telephone is with York anyway, so. All right, that's fine.
And
we can send him. Oh wait, whatever.
and with that, I've never really had a staff that can do insulating material components, so thank you very much, Simon, for doing your own research. And expensive material components from items do not matter, even though it says you cast it. It's as if you cast it. If it says you can do it there and it has a material component of 500 gold or 250, it doesn't matter for that particular item. So you can teleport.
All right. I just had an incredible idea. I think using the power of friendship, we may actually be able to not use the material components.
Hooray for friendship!
Power of friendship.
So, here's what we would. Here's my suggestion. I think we should go to Seaton first and make sure that your family is properly taken care of.
Yes.
We need to go collect York, just in case we get into any funny business.
Right. No adventure is complete without Yorick.
I agree.
I concur.
So, now all I need is for us to get York, and for either of you, I really would rather not decide. Either of you to tell me which plane of existence you would like to visit.
Well, when you say plane and of existence, what do you mean when you say that?
I would assume as a studied wizard and with my intelligence and blah.
You're not
my
proficient in
history-
Arcana, so no.
Not even with my history. Okay, so I don't know anything about planes of existences.
Roll me. You have to make the roll. I can't just give it to you.
You want me? You want to
Make me an int check.
Fine.
Yeah, because Tarquin doesn't know what the fuck you about right now.
I want to go to Shadowfell.
He a high school
it's an
dropout. He don't know.
8. It's an 8.
Shit, dog.
You haven't really studied about planes of existence. You've just been worried about this one. You kind of think there might be a water one, but then you hear water, and for some reason you think that's kind of eh.
Man, just Okay, I also don't know any other planes of existence.
Shadowfell.
I don't. What is the Shadowfell?
That's where we want to go.
I-
We're just in and out.
Right.
In and out.
In and out of
In
what?
and out. We just like pop in the plane, then we're out of the plane, correct? Is that the logic
What
you're following?
is
Mayweather?
a plane of existence?
So
This is
I-
a plane of existence.
apparently, I have no clue.
Do I have a clue then? I don't have
Somebody, yeah, you can all roll me Arcana checks if you want.
It is not Tarquin. Your boy doesn't fucking know.
I have a +0 to Arcana.
I have a -2. Your boy doesn't know.
You should roll anyway. Please.
Heard about Shadowfell. Let's just go to that one.
No, you
That's
didn't.
just
A
yeah, go to that one.
17. I rolled a 19 -2, 17.
Look at that.
So
It's
you're
not-
so you're remembering like this one plane, La Mania. That is the reason you guys had to go get the wood, and that was recently coterminous with this world.
Wait. Wait. Plane like where the magic wood that we got Mama came from? But
Yes.
Scary
Oh my gosh.
Lions came
You know
from?
what? That is a great idea. I
No.
completely forgot about Lamania.
Okay. Let's go. And again, I think Tarquin's gonna like, what do I do with my hands?
Everyone, join hands.
Wait.
We need to get
We
Yorick.
need Yorick. I got carried away again. We need Yorick.
We don't need him.
Yes, we do.
He might be sick still.
Do you see this face? It does not want to be punched. Do you want to know how we get it to not be punched? We get our friend Yorick.
You became an adventurer, so you should expect to get punched.
No.
Yes.
If you're smart enough and you make a big enough friend, you don't get punched. And he's gonna head out. He's on his way to the healing house to go get Yorick.
If you cast your mage armor every day, you shall not.
I don't want to hear it, Mary. It feels gross.
Logic and reason. I'm just gonna sit here.
Logic, reason, and natural born ability. And bows.
Bow stuff.
Bows.
Don't you?
To Aaron.
All right, you guys might go back to the healing house, and you see that there's really no. You go in to knock, and there's a sign that says "We're closed."
Oh dear.
What on earth? Yorick! And Tarquin just starts banging on the door.
Where-
Yorick!
I'm
Where is
assuming that the
Yorick?
reason that we had to go to the place is so that Bryan didn't have to keep up with Yorick and that didn't have to do his voice.
Oh no, he's only late, so he'll be back. He'll be back in like pretty shortly before half the session's gone by.
Oh, okay.
Yorick!
And
Tarquin tries to open the door.
yeah, you try to open the door, and it's completely open. As you open the door, as you're about to here I am. Here I
Oh, thank
am.
goodness. I was so afraid that we would have to have this wonderful, and Tarquin reaches up and grabs his face, this wonderful extra-planar adventure without you, but I would never forget to come and get you. How's your tum-tum?
It's feeling a little better now. Thank you for
Oh.
asking. Adventure.
So wait.
Yes?
You're holding his face. Can I literally just grab her or grab him and then grab Merryweather and then tell Merryweather to do it?
You can.
I feel like that would be inappropriate.
It would not be inappropriate.
Sterling, I think there are some women over there that would like a word with you.
Nope. Let's do it now. Let's go.
Even more
Yeah.
reason.
Bail. Let's do it.
York, don't be scared, but Mary's gonna do some big magic. And Tarquin gets
I
excited.
like
Still
big
don't know what to
magic.
do with my hands.
Just everyone put your hand in the middle, and
Oh,
on
yes.
3 we say break.
Break. Oh, I guess fine.
Can we choose a different word?
Sure. What word would you like? to
Shampoo.
use?
Shampoo.
No. Okay.
Shampoo.
Why don't we use York's meats and pastries and friends? Yes.
That's too
That's
many
too many
words to
words.
say. Yeah. For
I-
once, I agree.
I feel like it's 6 seconds. No.
Shampoo. That's like 2.
Closer to 6 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, we need. I didn't realize there was a time constraint.
No, we honestly don't even need to touch each other or say anything. I can just
Then why are we doing this?
fuck us. Tulamania.
All right. So you put your staff down on the ground. You guys see what looks. You guys are enveloped in a circle full of golden yellowish energy as it goes around. A whirling energy goes around. You guys. Do you have to hold each other? No, you don't.
Did we leave without paying?
Oh yeah, you gotta link hands. So Meriwether, you are sent to Limania.
Idiots. I'm an idiot.
Nothing happened.
And
Where
as
is
you-
Mary? Oh God,
Shampoo.
where's Mary?
Yeah.
I disappeared.
And as we finally split the party, Meriwether, you are
Myself.
you look around a little bit, look around for you, and hear this little twinkling a bit of birds as you look up into the endless sky, and it's in twilight. There's no really. It's almost as if it was dusk. You look around, you see humongous trees, hundreds and hundreds of feet tall, as you're just a tiny little speck, smaller than even one of the roots are around you. And next to you, you see a few more of the Hellcats. They sniff the air.
Nope, bye. Salt marsh. Boom.
Okay, you're back, and you appear at the edge of something, right where your boat got destroyed earlier, as Tarquin and Sertling. You guys just see Meriwether disappear by himself.
I don't understand. We said the magic word. This doesn't look. Where is?
I
Mary?
mean, to be fair, he probably wouldn't know how to properly use a staff that he only just recently acquired.
But he spent a lot. Listen. I know that you were a little bit out of it on the boat, but he spent a lot of time with that staff. Well,
He doesn't know too much about magical items, to be fair.
how about we go get our stuff and we?
Did arcane.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
You guys want to go for some food? Or start walking to Seaton?
Well, we can't really just. I guess we can walk to Seaton and hope that Meriwether booped himself there. Let's go to the food stall. We'll pick up our stuff and then we'll bounce. Yorick, what do you think?
York thinks that you should give me a little bit more time while I'm talking to you to see if he's gonna come back.
Excellent. So Yorick is just having a good time. Let's us carry ourselves and not think about how perhaps our friend is being ripped asunder by hellcats currently on another plane of existence, never to be seen again.
Oh yeah, he's definitely dead.
And Tarquin's gonna walk down the street just like, keep it together, man.
Mary! Where have you gone? Yeah, he's probably dead.
Yes, quite probably.
That's illogical that he could be dead.
I mean, he might not. I can't imagine. I mean, I did what he said. I did the thing with my hand. And
Exactly.
I said,
See, if he thought that's how it worked, then there's a chance that he doesn't know how to come back.
yeah, quite. And we
That's the
guys, we just
brightest of
keep
fellows.
walking towards the food stall.
As there you see Meriwether making his way towards you.
I'm just fuming. Just go, stupid staff.
Oh, Mary, you gave us quite a scare there. I thought that for certain you'd been eaten by an extra planar being. I read a book once.
A book?
A book?
I almost did. That was fun. I'm not going to lie, it was fun. However, we need to hold hands.
Oh, I see. I knew that there must be something with hands. Tarquin puts his hands out.
We said shampoo.
Can we still say shampoo and hold
We
hands?
we can still say shampoo.
Thank you, Mary.
What time of day is it?
You look around, it's a little bit closer to about 6, 7.
At night?
Yes.
Here's the thought. I didn't realize I can already feel the magic of the staff depleted from what I just did.
Oh.
I could easily do it again, but if we arrived in Seaton and there were, I don't know, a Sahuagin invasion happening, I probably wouldn't be able to use the staff.
Would you need to?
But
use
we
that?
would be in Seaton to help protect it against a Sahuagin invasion. Just period.
Exactly.
True, I don't really. Yeah, you're
You
right.
are too dependent on this staff.
I
think I should take.
I don't think you understand how incredible this is.
I think
Don't
that
get him started, Sterling. It took us 3 hours last time.
It is
I think-
so much fun.
I think this needs to be misplaced.
Oh, absolutely not, because it is not ours to keep. It does belong to a dragon turtle who will hunt the oceans for us forever and eventually eat our faces off. So no
rip
misplacing.
us asunder is a
Well,
proper term. for
Then we
us.
stay away from the ocean forever.
Right.
Well,
and
that's just not realistic.
a series of islands just away from the ocean.
Well
We
said.
did I think of
retire
that?
as farmers.
Do these hands look like they'll be farming anything anytime soon? The answer is no, sir. I find your comment offensive.
No, your hands are softer than
Thank
pudding.
you. Yes, I know. I am aware.
All right, everyone, link hands. Yorick, come on.
Come on, Yorick. I've got you, big buddy.
All right, now everyone say the magic word.
Shampoo.
Shampoo. Bam.
And once again, there's a whirlwind of golden energy, glittering this time, going between your fingers, making sure that you guys are holding tight to each other. As the guys are bounced back, at least Meriwether's bounced back, to Lamania. And you see the now you're in a different area, with rolling hills, with purplish grass actually going around. And up to the side, you see what looks to be a small herd of 15-foot tall birds that have instead of 2 legs, they have 4. And the back has what looks to be a peacock's plumage as they notice you. and
Everyone
start-
grab my hand. Everyone grab my hand.
Yep, grabbing hands,
Okay,
hands, scary
okay.
birds. Let's go. Shampoo, shampoo,
Now,
shampoo,
now
shampoo,
everyone look at the birds, and if they get too close, I'm going to teleport us.
shampoo. How about you just teleport us now?
Okay,
They're
that's fine.
pretty!
Seaton, boom.
We didn't say shampoo.
Oh, I said shampoo so many times.
All right, you're teleported to Seaton, and a little bit different from how Saltmarsh is, which is a very much a village. This is very much a town with stone walls that go up about 15 feet tall, with a gate that's in the middle. And you guys arrived about, say, 2 minutes away from the gate.
Do you have a map for Seaton that we can see?
I do not.
Oh, rip. Okay, that's fine.
Sad
Yeah,
times.
we good.
Wasn't that fun?
Haha, haha, yes. Haha, very fun. Oh,
I
Yes.
enjoyed myself. Yes.
uh-huh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I hated
Seaton is nice, I suppose. All right.
Magic.
Tarquin, you take the lead here. This is your. Did you grow up here in Seaton?
yes. What's up the personal questions? Let's just go see my mom. He's gonna just kind of start leading everybody into town. Heading for his mom's house.
To the gates.
Sure. All right.
Mhm.
Fine.
All right, and you guys make your way forward. You get stopped by, show your identification. You make your way through, walking by the House Kenneth manufacturing, which you see has some shield pylons, which protect it, and the little bit of rain that was still going around, or is deflected by these shield pylons. You smell and taste a little bit of ozone. That's the byproduct of these shield pylons.
These are interesting. What do these do, Tarquin?
Something about protecting the thingy. Exports, family business, blah blah blah. I'm not really sure. And Tarquin's just gonna keep kind of.
Protect,
I can almost
protect
fountain
the
of
town
knowledge.
of explosions. Protect the explosions from the town. Keep it inside.
What Yorick said.
Fountain
Alright.
of knowledge.
I can almost smell the magic coming off of these.
You can smell magic.
I mean, you can't smell that. Take a whiff.
I don't know what I'm smelling.
Don't you get a bad case of ozone
As he-
hit? Do not.
As he does that, I'm going to activate the RP moment for Yorick, and Yorick's going to rip a fat one. Oh no, my tummy's not quite good just yet. Welcome back, Martyr.
Oh,
Glad
more
to be back.
sterling and butterly functions.
Mm. Here comes the bucket.
And you see from the corner of your eye a little bucket start flowing up with a yellow liquid, clear liquid inside. All right, you guys make your way. You go to the townhouse that you know your family is at. Where you go around, you see that it looks like your family actually bought the house next to them and made a little courtyard to connect both houses.
Tarquin's just gonna. He's gonna hurry up to the gate, like if he was just gonna let himself in. And then he's gonna stop. Ooh, right. And he's gonna turn around. Hey, listen, everybody. Here's the deal. This is not normal that I bring adventuring pals to my childhood home. So perhaps you could, I don't know, keep the shenanigans to a minimum and not embarrass me in front of,
We don't do shenanigans.
right. We don't steal cake or rip big fat ones.
Didn't steal the cake. It was right there for the taking.
Okay. But
Define the definition of stealing.
taking something that's not yours.
Well,
Okay, so how about we just play it cool? Let me just do the talking. We'll get in, we'll get out. It'll be great. Deal?
Okay, yeah,
ah,
works for me.
100%.
Should we clean ourselves up? I mean, how affluent slash
Oh no,
haughty are your
no.
parents?
We'll be fine. We'll just a quick in, tell them no vacation ever again, and then a quick out.
Okay.
Great. And you can see Tarquin's kind of like getting a little. He you can tell there's a physical nervousness to him. Like he's not lying to you guys. He does not bring people to this house. Like this
When
is.
was the last time you saw your family?
Ooh, I don't think it's not been too long, because he probably like a week or so before he met up with you guys, but before
okay.
that was probably several years.
Oh.
So he's like nervous. You can see him trying to like straighten his like clothes and all right, okay, ooh, let's do this. Tarquin's gonna turn around and he's gonna knock on the door.
And as you knock on the door, that's where we'll take our break. And all right, we're back. Thank you guys so much for staying with us. We ended with Tarquin. Just finished knocking on the door, and you hear someone come out, and you see the door opens, and in comes out Tarquin's mother. Somewhat shorter, actually quite a little bit shorter than Tarquin, with very golden hair strapped back and a little apron. Tarquin, my dear, what are you doing? Come over. We have dinner. We made dinner. What you want?
Hi, Mama.
Come. Oh,
Okay, yes, quite.
you got friends? You got friends?
Yes, I have
You
friends.
never bring friends? Come.
No, I never bring friends. Mom, go ahead. This is Captain Mary. This is Sterling True
Ooh,
Shot, and this is
Captain.
Yorick Tinker Topper. They are my comrades, my buddies, my pals. And what?
I don't
Tarquin,
see Tarquin. I don't see any girls. What's going on?
no girls, Mom. As if this house needed any more girls. I think you have it sorted.
Tarquin, you're getting kind of. When are you gonna get a little girl and come down? We bought the new house.
Oh, yes, I see that. That's great. Wonderful. But not really what I'm here to talk about.
Come. Let's go eat. I just made dinner.
oh.
Your favorites. I got some lasagna.
Oh, Mom, you're the best. Tarquin's gonna follow her in.
Come. And you go back and you see that your whole family is actually sitting down ready for dinner.
Oh, great. It's the whole...
All your
It's everybody.
sisters with the little place at the end of the table that was your father's and now usually reserved for you when you come home.
Oh, great. Hi, everybody. Wow. This is convenient.
And you see,
Hello.
you guys see, there's about three or four like taller, older sisters, and then one little girl that's about 10 or 12 that's sitting right next to where Tarquin's seat on the table would be. It's a very long mahogany table, and she's holding a little stuffed toy that Tarquin has just gave her, and a little purse as well. Oh my god! And all the girls come out like, Tarquin, what are you doing? Oh my god!
Yes,
What are
no,
these?
quite. Yes.
And some of them start flirting with Meriwether. And
Oh, don't flirt with him. He's awful.
Nice to meet you all.
Yes, and Tarquin kind of does another round of he reintroduces his we didn't talk about this beforehand, DM, about
Yes.
names of the sisters. Do you have them, or are we good to just go?
Like, good to just go. Like,
Okay, cool. So Tarquin's like, he introduces this Captain Meriwether, Sterling Trueshot, Yorick, Tinker Topper. These are my sisters. The oldest, Celia, followed by Marie, followed by Anna.
and the little girl is called Alice. And I'm Alice.
Mm-hmm. And he just introduces all his sisters. Yes, and Alice, sweet Alice. And he goes over and kind of puts his arm around her and rubs her shoulder. Listen, I know this is weird and not what I normally do at all. But listen, Mom, before we sit down and have this delicious lasagna that I could just smell and just know it's going to taste very, very good, can we talk? Can we have a quick word? He's going to walk over and kind of try and lead his mom
you go over
into
to
the
the
kitchen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, come on. You can cut some onions.
Oh. Great. And he's going to turn, as he's escorting his mom into the kitchen, he's going to turn around and he's going to look at his party, and he's going to
that are currently swarmed by your sisters.
Yeah, and he's just going to
oh my god, what are that armor? Oh my god, that staff. How tall are you? As you're leading your mother away.
5'10".
Oh my god, 5'10". You're so funny.
Right. Have you seen Sterling here? He
No.
He
No,
can shoot
no,
a bow as
no,
straight
no,
as
I don't possess these abilities.
he is the
He
best.
is a liar.
He is lying to you.
I am a conjurer of
Take
cheap
it.
tricks.
Yeah, and just remember that Sterling currently has a set of leather armor. There's basically like a right under
Yeah.
his nipples out with like meshed with a mesh shirt under. Like
Yeah.
that's a reason why the girls aren't going for him right with it.
Yeah, I said before that this armor looks stupid.
It does.
It looks stupid.
It's like leather armor with a bunch of shells, and then maybe like some maybe like 2 inches of leather armor over here, and then it's just like mesh. Like, but I don't know, but oh my god, but you're so tall, like, and they start asking you for, oh my god, what do you do, Captain?
I am a captain. Yeah.
Yes.
Tarquin is my first mate. And
What the heck, man?
Sterling, you are the quartermaster.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yorick here. Yeah, why aren't they like huddled
Yeah,
around Yorick?
he is so tall.
He is the big one here.
Yeah, but you look more affluent with your staff in your robe.
I am
Yorick,
uncomfortable.
just so you guys remember, he has like boots on, some really short shorts, and then
An
apron that's.
Where's that
cut up
apron
in-
everywhere?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that looks like he
you're the
didn't
only one
just
that
come
is
from a
approachable.
rave?
Shut up.
Like we got one guy wearing fishnets.
Y'all had me wear this armor.
We have another one wearing
Y'all
short
said
shorts
I
and a
could
bib.
breathe underwater, and it's not.
All
I'm the
right.
only one that looks like he doesn't min max.
I'm gonna ditch this armor as soon as I can.
All right. Tarquin, you make your way back to your to the oven. You see that the oven is one that doesn't really. It's oh my god, Tarquin, you would not understand. You would not get. Your sister gave me such a good gift. Like, it's an oven that
is it,
doesn't
Mama?
even use wood. Doesn't even use wood. Doesn't even use gas.
What on earth? And Tarquin's gonna go over and look at it. Who bought this for you? It's Cecilia?
Of course, Celia. Of course, it was Celia. She recently got a really good raise from her doctor's office.
Oh, good for her. Good for her. Listen, and Tarquin's gonna kind of just like tap the top of the oven.
Hey.
Listen, Mom. Sorry. Are you and the girls planning a vacation of sorts soon? To the Golden Coast, perhaps?
Talking. Who told you it was Alice? It was gonna be a surprise.
Right. No. Listen, Mom. Listen. You
As you
can't
hear a
go
little
there.
ding as one second. She starts going down to get the lasagna out.
Mom, listen, Mom. You simply cannot go to the Golden Coast on this vacation. I forbid it. You cannot go. Listen, Mom, listen, it's weird, but just hear me out. And Tarquin starts rummaging around in his bag and like pulls out the note. Listen, I was in a place where no one should know any of this information, and he hands it over to his mom. And yet, here it is. You see it plain as day. Something bad will happen if you go there, and I cannot allow it.
Talking. Is this one of your little tricks again?
No tricks, Mama. No, look, listen. And he pulls out his arm, and he like,
Mama, you never
feel my-
called me that before.
listen, I'm quite flustered. Listen, Mom. You cannot go on this vacation. I have spoken with who was it? Someone promised to summer home elsewhere. I believe it was Cousin Anders even. I can secure you a different vacationing spot other than the Golden Coast. It's just you cannot go there. You simply cannot.
Yes, roll my perception check with advantage. See how much more finagling you're gonna have to do.
Finagles.
Sorry, and what is it that I'm rolling?
Persuasion.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a 23. I rolled a
Yeah.
15 plus 8.
Tarquin, are you fine? Are those people brain that lies in your mind.
No,
Because she takes her
Mama.
taking out a cleaver.
No, Mama, put it away. I understand that I may have gotten mixed up with the wrong crowd in years gone by, but please listen to me. They are my friends. They are here to help me. And oh God, now that I think about it, though, the girls are probably eating them alive. But just listen. You cannot go to the Golden Coast. None of, not you, none of the sisters. I need your support, and they cannot go there on these dates. And he points at the paper. On these dates, they cannot, and anyone that we care about or love cannot go here on these dates. Do you understand?
I get you. I get my son's growing up. I will do what you ask, son. Just, you said the Anders has a little something saved for us?
Yes. And I'll send message. We can work out the details, but there was an alternate place that you could vacation. I will make sure that we secure something different other than the Golden Coast. But I will handle the arrangements.
Well, no, that's done. Let's time to go eat dinner. Let's not talk about this with your sisters. We'll have a nice flammy dinner like we need to.
Okay.
I will do what I can. I will tell everybody that we will not longer go to the Golden Coast.
Brilliant.
Cecilia was looking so much forward to it today.
Yes, I know she needs a break, and I understand everyone needs some time away. But trust me, he waves his magic note. I would have let you, but
Yes.
it seems that the forces of the universe are at odds with our plans, as per usual. And he's all right. Let's get everybody fed. Try and take the lasagna from his mom and like carry it in.
You do it easily. She lets you have it. As you guys go forward, and Meriwether, you don't know how, but around your pockets there's like 6 different phone numbers. There's only like 4 sisters, and there's 6 phone numbers there for some reason. As you start filling your pockets up, filling up with more and more notes, as there's also notes for like, oh, this is my good coworker, and this is my good cousin.
All right. I will be sure to add this to our log.
Oh my God, a log.
Tarquin.
You're such a captain. Like, you're so funny.
Oh, hi. Yes. Okay. All right, ladies. All right. Yes, he's quite a catch. Yes, quite.
Mary's just going to kind of like smile and nod and use his telepathy to say, "Please help."
Right. Listen, everybody. Quit harassing my friends. Okay. Like I get it. Don't be weird. All right. I asked them to not be weird, and now I will ask you to also not be weird. Here's the food. Let's and Tarquin's gonna look around the room and kind of start pulling up extra chairs to like get everybody like a spot, but he's gonna try and keep them like towards his end of the table. You know what I mean? He's not moving Alice's chair though. Alice still gets to sit next to him. And he's gonna move everybody and get it all sorted. Hey, Celia, I said don't be weird. And come on, nope, stop. All right, we get it. Haha.
Yeah, as you see that start doing all the sisters start doing rock paper scissors to see who's gonna sit next to Meriwether. The two. And
Can I sit in between Sterling and Yorick?
Nope.
Damn
I
it.
won't allow it.
You can sit next to one of them, and at the end, it's actually Cecil that actually makes it out, and wins the tournament.
The tournament.
Yeah. As you guys see, there's a little bit of hush thing, and these guys, for some, think you see like a broken nail, and like in the corner of your eye, as they come out of the room. Everybody. She sits down, flumps up her hair a little bit, gets up right next to you. Oh my God! So tell me a little bit more, Captain.
I don't know exactly what to tell you. Let's see.
Oh my God! You're so cute when you're flustered. Did I say that?
Hey,
Thank you.
Cecil, quit razzing my friend. You're making him uncomfortable. Stop, eat your lasagna. Mom spent a lot of time on this, I can tell.
All right. And you guys have a wonderful dinner. Sissel whacking down a little bit due to Tarquin's insistence and Meriwether's somewhat apparent discomfort. And I imagine you guys are not gonna stay in Seaton.
Oh no. Once like dinner's kind of like wrapped up,
Mm-hmm.
Tarquin's gonna kind of like,
Oh, well, this was great. And I hate to eat and run, except I always do. Friends, let's get up, start collecting your items, and we will make our way out of here and away from these wonderful women that I love very much.
It was a pleasure to meet you all.
Yes.
Yes, my pleasure. Nice to make your acquaintance. Goodbye.
And bye. And a chorus of about 5 different voices come out. 6.
and before he leaves, Tarquin goes over to his mom and just gives her a really, really big hug, and holds her. And then he kind of parts with her, holds her by like the shoulders, and go, "Remember, no Golden Coast. We'll figure something else out."
And you're gonna go the vacation with us too, right?
We will see. I had some craziness at work. You know how it is. Gotta put in 3 weeks notice for any vacation. Well, I'll keep you posted.
This
We
one
gotta have
always-
the fan service episode.
This one always going out, and this one always staying in. And she points at Tetzel. All right.
All right, ladies, sisters, and he walks around and gives them all hugs. Yes, I love you very much. I can't believe you were so horrible to Mary. I will have to do much damage control.
Well, we gotta. You never bring friends, so we gotta do a little something.
I wonder why. I never bring friends. And he shakes his finger as he like walks out the door.
All right, and out the door you meet Sterling Meriwether and York.
Oh, all right. Well, mission accomplished. Mary, check your pockets. There's probably a lot of
We have
digits.
6 phone.
Some of them with
6
perfume.
phone numbers. Some of them smell arguably good. A key,
Well, yes, quite.
a
I'll just
stick
take
of
that.
licorice. Why?
Alice feels left out sometimes. And he takes the stick of licorice and puts it in his mouth. I will keep the key. Marie should not be handing these items out. And tucks it in his pouch.
Okay.
Thank you. I believe that they are safe and we are set to go. Oh, I feel much better. Thank you. I know that this was a difficult choice, but thank you for letting me see to my family. I
It is
appreciate it.
no big deal, Tarquin.
You have a very nice family.
Thank you, Sterling. I think
Yes.
that might be the nicest thing I've ever heard you say in the several weeks that we've been traveling together.
It might be the nicest thing you have said, Sterling. But I do think it is important for us to stay safe and have our families stay safe. Some of us don't have families to help, so we're
Indeed.
glad that we could help yours.
Tarquin kind of cocks his head when he hears that, and he thinks,
if there's ever a chance that you're in Seaton, you realize now that if you don't visit them, that they'll never forgive you, and that you're always welcome in the Grey home. I mean, clearly, and he gestures, clearly they were able to purchase a whole new house, so they have plenty of room for guests.
Well, I certainly appreciate that. I don't really know what all is in Seaton. I actually haven't been, well, I haven't been here in a long time, so I don't know how it's changed. But I think we should get back to Salt Marsh.
But first, I have not forgotten. Let us try to send a friend to the lizard, message to your friend who is a lizard folk. Sorry, so many hugs and yelling and notes.
Right.
Perhaps we can get your notes sent off and square away your point of contact with the lizard folk.
That's a good idea. So, you said House Orion.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what? How is that different from House Civis?
Well, House Civis deals more with messages and scribing, anything that deals with more like text. While House Civis, they're the courier house, and their dragon marks deal with teleportation and travel.
Oh.
So if you want to go around, you can. Actually, you can over here because there's no lightning rails. Or House Orion owns lightning rails over in the other continents, where you actually can.
Gotcha. Gotta rob a train.
Rob a train.
All right, so let's go to House Orion, see if they can get a message to Litrix as quick as possible. Or we might want to send one directly to the Queen Master. Well, that's probably not a good idea. Let's send one to Litrix. All right. Also, Tarquin, do you want to stay the night here? I mean, you haven't seen your family in a while.
No, they are used to me popping in and popping out. If since we need to quickly retrieve these items for Mama, I feel that perhaps we should just skedaddle ski-doodle, not stick around for too long.
Right.
I'm inclined to agree.
Also, with the ability to kind of pop in and pop out of planes, I can send us directly to the drowned forest.
Seems a bit. Tarquin remembers the four-legged peacock birds.
The birds.
Perhaps we might just travel normally. I'm concerned what would happen if, Butterfingers were to happen and we accidentally leave one of our party in a different plane of existence.
I feel like there was much eyes gazed upon me for that. Especially at the Butterfingers part.
No offense, Sterling. I'm not at all. I'm just saying that.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I'm recalling those birds and the beasties
Exactly.
being on a different plane with no way home in case we get stuck.
No. I see your train of thought. I see.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't want to leave Yorick anywhere. I understand.
Gonna be much longer now.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Finally, me not having to roll.
22.
22. You can certainly use the thing to teleport there, but you only be teleported near the drowned forest. There's so you won't really have any. You might get teleported to the very tippy top for all you know.
Right.
So you will be next to it.
Anywhere in there would be. Or anywhere right near it would be faster than traveling straight from Salt Marsh. But I understand your trepidation, Tarquin. If you would like to travel normally, that is fine. Do you want to still travel back to Salt Marsh via planar travel, or?
I don't think. I feel that perhaps we have all the things that we need to make the journey. Unless we have a reason for stopping, I think we should carry on.
That is totally fine. It is getting a bit late, I believe. It's probably 10-ish now. DM?
Yeah, around there, yeah. After having
That's
dinner,
a bit late.
So, I mean, maybe we do stay the night here. We don't have to stay with your family, but in Seaton, if there's an inn.
Oh no! If it was found out that we stayed in Sweden, and did not stay here,
I would be afraid of not only just sea hags. For your own safety and well-being, how about you wait out here? I will secure rooms for us if we're all comfortable.
Are there locks on the doors?
Yes, I will also get the sworn oaths to leave us be.
Okay.
And Tarquin's just gonna duck inside and try and, hey, so actually we're gonna be staying the night, securing rooms, that kind of thing.
And I will head over to House of Ryan and send a message to Litrix, just kind of letting her know that we're sorry we missed her. And if the opportunity to help hunt down her contact is still available, we would like to talk to her about that.
Now, so you're making your way there. You go right next to House Lyndar, Skyship portal or tower, sorry.
Skyships.
And it's a tower that's the outside is just it's gilded and silvered all around, and it goes up for about 200 feet up. As up in the sky, you see the Skyship with a burning ring of fire going around it, suspended only by its by magic.
Oh, skyships. Ooh. Someday.
Someday
Am I alone, or am I? Sterling, did you come with me?
I did not go with you.
Okay, I am alone. So yeah, I'll take care of the House of Ryan, and then I'd like to stop by and see if there are any bounties.
In House Rask?
Yeah.
All right, you make your way over to House Rask, and you find that there's still a bounty for hags, but this is and it's sure that the poster is somebody from Saltmarsh, and it says to go to the Sea Grove.
Okay.
Beyond that, you also find a report saying that somebody is paying 100 gold per jackal where jackal head found, and another one saying that there is a home problem with vampires over that are operating over by Burley.
Right. I take note of all of this. And there's no specific bounties on specific people.
Pacific people. There's not one on you. There's not one on that. Those guys would not be active just yet. At this point in time, no.
Okay. Take note. Head back to House Gray. Sterling, something you might be interested in. Maybe if we have any downtime. There is someone here in Seaton that is paying 100 gold per jackal head. If you are truly interested in doing something by yourself, this may be a little more attainable. And he hands him the poster.
Were jackal.
Where
What?
jackal?
Yeah, like a werewolf, but a were jackal.
Yes.
Never mind.
You answer me. I'm like, no, this is where jackal.
Oh, I thought it
this-
said jackal.
This is way more bigger of an issue than you let
That-
on.
You are correct. There are creatures of the night all over the place, apparently. Were jackals, vampires, which we have seen notice for. It's interesting that these things are popping up all at once.
With your intelligence check, you'll know that it's been known that Granny Nightshade, who operates over in the Dreadwood, sorry, has these minions. She employs war jackals as informants and has 3 vampires that are in her service.
Gotcha.
It's not so much a just popping up. It's more like it's been an issue for decades.
What exactly would a werejackal look like? And what would they would just get the ability to hop away really quickly.
What?
Wait,
Jackals are
what?
dogs.
do I?
Yeah, jackals
Yeah.
are like hyenas.
I was thinking about
Wait.
something else.
Are you thinking about jackalopes?
Yeah, I was
Yes.
thinking of jackalopes. Yeah.
Little were rabbits.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, what in the fuck? But it's like,
Oh, can we please have a what is it? A Wallace and Gromit jackalope adventure?
oh no.
Hey, you just gotta find were jackals are humans too.
Mm. All right. Tarquin, are we good to come in?
Yes, but we're actually not going to go in here. We'll just go into the new residence where I have secured rooms where we will be safe and we'll actually be able to rest because I made them all pinky promise that we will, in fact, remain undisturbed.
Oh yes, the
fantastic.
powerful, unbreakable pinky promise.
Yes, quite.
Mm.
Go to our rooms.
Sure. Roll me the
Sure.
12.
Oh no!
You have forsaken us.
A 2.
A 2. Night passes by fine, but Tarquin, in the middle, just as you're getting ready to bed and you're laying down, you hear a door open, and you see your little sister Alice. I'm sorry, but you really don't really stay here, so I was wondering if I can sleep with you.
Of course, Alice. But the second you kick me in the face, I'm kicking you out.
Yeah, as you say that, kicking as she jumps towards your bed.
All right. And he gets her all tucked in.
I miss you.
Mary actually casts Arcane Lock on the door.
Mm.
Just like, I don't want to take any chances.
I think they're probably like staying in separate rooms because they have like the whole house to themselves. So if Mary wants to cast that on his bedroom door,
Oh yeah, I'd
kudos,
imagine you guys
but-
took your separate rooms too.
yeah. Tarquin would be on his own, so I think Alice would be able to get in just fine. I miss you too, little sis.
All right, and Meriwether, you actually don't hear any knocks or anybody attempting to open your door at night.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
All right.
And with that, the new day comes around, and you guys said you would like to not teleport to the ground forest.
I think so. Yeah. I get that it's. I think Tarquin was like on board, and then they actually did it, and I think the realization of what exactly they were doing hit him really hard, right? Like how badly it could break if they weren't able to just like pop out, and I think that knowledge weighs very heavy on him, and where this doesn't feel like an emergency, like he'd rather just like travel normal, because again, I think. If that broke bad, it would be catastrophic. Because if anything happens to Mary while we're in that plane, like, are any of us even going to be able to get out?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to cast it if we don't know this? Like, if we don't have the background to cast the spells?
Technically, you can use the staff.
Interesting. But even then, like, at that point, if something's happened to Mary, something's probably happened to the staff.
Yeah, Meriwether, the one that never gets hit. If he's down, like everybody else is dead. Everybody,
Right.
everybody else has
That's what I
already been
think.
digested.
Right. So like I think actually can we just like have a conversation as characters like it's the next morning, we're getting ready to go or we're like hitting the road. And so I feel like it's a very useful trick. Very, very wonderful, quick and efficient, but should really only be used in cases of emergency. My concern is if that we beep boop bop boop
all around that eventually the powers that be will notice our seemingly OP abilities and will just rain fire down upon us.
I sort of understand what you're saying. And trust me, it's totally fine. If you are not comfortable with porting between dimensions to cheat our way to a goal, that's fine. I personally like travel. I like travel via sea, via land, and someday via sky. But I just figured in the interest of time, we might want to, kind of cheat the system a bit. But that's fine. I'm totally fine with.
Sterling, tell me, what are your thoughts? Should we beepity boppity boop, or are you all good doing the old walkie talkies?
I'm always good with the walkie-talkies. Keep in shape. I personally think, Mary, you are investing too much emotion into this staff.
You disrespect the staff once more.
I'm not disrespecting
Oh,
the
it's
staff.
a staff, not a person.
I
Beep,
am
beep, beep.
just...
As he just sits there
Fine.
like, how dare you?
My precious. You apologize.
You apologize now.
Never.
Mm.
Yes. Walking has always been my preferred way of traveling because that is where I'm most in control.
Excellent. Yorick, thoughts, feelings, perspective?
I kind of feel that. Sorry. I kind of feel like the crap. I cannot find his accent for the life of me.
All you have to do is talk like this.
Thank you, Martha. I really don't think that we. Honestly, Yorick is kind of a little bit too gassy to talk. He's like
he is a mute.
the lasagna is hitting him a little bit bad. Too much cheese.
Oh, how horrible news, Yorick. Horrible. But looking at the pained expression on your face, I imagine that going into another plane of existence currently might be a bit too much for you. Quite. Let's hit the road. Jax.
You beat me to it. As
Come
always.
back, come back.
All right.
We're going to Mama Souls. Body and Souls. Alright, so you guys make your way over. I require one roll. Survival.
Just the one.
Before we left in the morning, I would have ritually casted Find Familiar to get you.
Izadul.
And mage
get-
armor.
Oh yes, and mage armor. Tarquin, we are traveling. It is a good idea to cast
Oh, yeah.
mage armor.
Oh, Tarquin will sit begrudgingly like across from Merryweather. Just like you can just see him like almost like a cold sweat kind of breaks out on his forehead, and it's not from effort. Again, like he can do it just fine. It's just like as that magic kind of slips around his face and like over his body, just
Dirty 20 on survival. My
All
dice
right.
are loving me today.
Alright, you make your way around no problem. The first bit.
First bit.
Yeah, the first bit. And it comes about 3 days, 5 days go by, and you guys are setting up a camp.
How many days go by?
I would say about 3 or 4.
Oh, are we going straight to? Are we just going back to Saltmarsh, or are we going straight to the Drowned Forest?
Drowned Forest, right?
I assumed we were going straight to the forest. I didn't think we had any reason to go to Saltmarsh.
Okay, so the total distance, just so that I know, the total distance would be. So if we're doing 5 days, then we're about to cross the river, like here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're making good time.
It's a big river.
And you guys are by the river. You're setting up camp. Damn. It usually work is two you guys take watch, the other two don't. So let's say so who would like to take the watch? How you like to split it up? 2 and 1.
I think Tarquin's gonna want to buddy up. Tarquin's not staying up by himself.
I can
Take a watch by myself.
Okay.
I can do a watch by myself. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. If I am left to my own devices by myself, I'll probably just be studying a bit as I keep watch. Also, I have cast the dome. This is like we're stopping and watch, like sleep, resting, right? Not like on the road.
Oh yeah, like time to sleep. This
Okay.
is more than like the role play break, so you can talk to each other.
Gotcha.
Going to.
We don't necessarily need to keep watch. If you are, feeling the need, that's totally fine. But dome should protect us from most encounters.
Oh, great! Wonderful news. Tarquin's just gonna go over to his like little like sleeping bag and just flop down and be almost instantly asleep.
Okay, I guess that solves that problem.
You didn't happen to
Sterling,
see any people when you were looking at bounties earlier, did you? Back in Seaton.
I did not.
Okay.
No one specific.
I mean,
just
okay.
Just why?
Curiosity's sake.
All right. Sterling, it dawns on me that we've never actually sat down and talked. And it's like I said, we could just go to sleep, or if you'd like, and Mary's going to pull out a bottle of gin. Do you want to catch up a bit?
Sure. Why not?
Right.
We've been traveling for some time.
Hands over the bottle. Sterling, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? Why are you so intent on putting yourself in danger without the rest of us?
No real reason. I would say, traveling on my own is what I'm just used to. Before we started, before y'all met me in the that old place.
Right.
I don't
Yes.
remember what that place was, to be honest.
The old haunted house.
The place was haunted?
I believe so.
Huh.
I think. At least that's what Enders told us. Why were you there in the first place?
Well, it's kind of a story in its own right. I made a mistake of casting some healing magic out in the open without paying attention to who was looking. And let's just say some people decided to see an opportunity and cash out on that. And I got capped.
I'm sorry. I understand.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta be
unfortunate.
careful these days with the old magic of healings.
Yeah, honestly, that's why I don't dabble in it. There's not much you can really do learning how to heal, but it's more of a hassle than it is a boon, in my opinion. At least here.
That is true.
So where did you grow up? Here in Saltmarsh? Seaton?
Not really any of those places much.
Oh. Man, I grew up on the Golden Coast. I found my way over this area when I was a child. Got mixed up in a crew that worked around here for a bit. Then, traveling back and forth between Seaton and Saltmarsh and up the river to Burl sometimes and around the outlying isles. I picked up magic. I found a liking to it. Then I decided to part ways with them and started my own business.
The self-appointed captain rank, then?
You know, kind of, I guess. Look, when you own a ship of any size, technically you become captain.
Fair point. So you say you were born in the Golden Shore. Are you at all concerned about what's possibly going to go down there in a month or so?
Well, I haven't really been back to the Golden Coast for a while, a long time since my childhood. I don't have any family over there. I don't particularly care about the area. I just wanted to make sure that Tarquin's family didn't die. It is a tricky place, and with the Dominion, things can get even trickier.
That is the truest thing that you have ever said.
Yeah. I've also noticed a little bit of hostility with you around the Dominion. What, do you care to elaborate on that?
Not particularly, Just,
we all have our secrets, I understand. Wow.
Just not a big fan, Especially since they're the ones that put in the whole outlawing of healing kind of thing,
Right. Yeah. I understand that. They are something.
Yeah. This is like a very awkward conversation, and I love it so much.
I imagine this is the conversation that would probably happen between our characters.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Mary is gonna grab the gin back from you. Well, here's to our continued adventures. Gonna look over at Tarquin, who's asleep.
Yeah, he's like open mouth drooling, just kind of like slightly snoring, like the full thing. He's out.
Mm-hmm.
Yorick's over.
Yorick is face down in the dirt. You see, like, he's actually holding his stomach, like almost like a half. Crap. Almost like rubbing his stomach, going down. His knees are up to his almost chest.
Oh, poor York. Someone really needs to take care of his tummy aches. All right. Well, it was good talk, Sterling.
Always.
I'm glad you're with us.
I'm glad to be here.
And if we can find you a new bow, I think that would be in all of our interests, right?
I would say so.
All right. Well, good night.
Good night.
Right. All right. And with that, night ends. The next bit of travel. Roll me another survival check. Make your way around.
All right.
Um,
Mhm.
can he? Can Gilsadul assist with that?
Yeah.
With survival.
Yeah, you can go around, looking around, coming back, reporting, miming at Sterling.
Cool.
13.
Mm-hmm. 13. Nice.
Oh boy.
So you, for some reason, you get the sense that you should cut across the river and make your way towards the drowned forest.
Cut across.
That way. Even though there's probably like a bridge further north. And you cut across, and as you guys are making your way over, you find right over here, the sky has some words on it.
The sky.
Mm-hmm.
I believe someone has cast Skywrite. What do the words say?
Please help. Sawagan Siege Village. Mage protecting survivors at center.
Oh God. All right. Where? What village? I guess.
It said Earth Village. My apologies, forgot that bit. And it's you would get the sense that the spell would have to be on top of wherever it is. It doesn't move.
Okay. Well, gang, do you want to go kill some Sawagan?
Well, let's make a move on it. If it's happening, it's happening right
Yeah,
now.
if it's
And
happening.
Tarquin's gonna like start booking it in the direction of the village.
All right, so less talk, more action. Let's go.
Would is this a spell that if like the caster was to die, it would dispel, or is it permanent?
I believe it lasts 10 minutes, so even if the caster dies, it'll still be there.
Oh, okay. Okay, well never mind with that logic.
Get out of here with your logic. Oh no, sorry,
was
it's
thinking-
concentration 1 hour. It's in 3.5 that it's not. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it would still be alive. It would still be alive.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
We rush to the village.
Let me change this little note here. All right, you guys make your way to the village. You see that it's weird. It's kind of weird. They are around you. There's no birds, no animals really. Whatever force of the forest noises have been happening so far do not exist. As you guys come upon the village over there, and you see that some of the air, it looks like the housing has been looted. The air around burnt. Uh, the houses around some of them look to have been burnt. In the middle of it, the empty middle, which would be a little park, has a huge globe filled with light, which is the center of the thing. And you go look around, you see that stores looted, take everything taken out of them. Also, as you make your way closer and closer to the center dome, they're seeing streaks of blood going around, bits of viscera.
Oh, all right. No sign of Sawagan.
Roll me a survival check.
Of course, I have to open my mouth.
What you get for opening up your mouth?
Really, really low.
You don't really see. All you see is the streaks of blood. You see what looks to be. You actually do find like what almost look like toothpick with a little bit of red meat at the end of it, thrown in the ground.
Do we hear anything? Any commotion ahead
As you
of
make
us.
your way forward, imagine you guys are. So you see that there's a group of. Let's see. Sorry. You see a huge toboggan with a little bit gray skin, very uh, needly teeth, and right next to it is looks to be almost of a giant snapping turtle, eating at what looks to be the bottom half of somebody's torso. In front, you find, and as you make your way closer, Sterling, you have great eyesight. You see that there's somebody in the dome, and it looks like and it's sitting in a chair with four people holding what looks like to be almost like a tarp made of like hastily sewn together like shirts, cloaks, and pants. And in front of them, in front of the force field, it looks to be like a spit, and lazily spinning it. See what a group of about 3/4 of wagon eating.
Yeah.
And inside of the
Snipe them.
dome, you find almost like 100 people inside.
Oh
And
boy.
it's sorry, let me move you guys over here.
Oh my.
Where
closer.
are we?
You guys would be around here, southern. As you guys are using the little house to break sight a little bit.
Down here. Gotcha.
And the little tarp, the people, the four pallbearers, I'd say, are making pretty sure to cover the mage.
The covering range.
Yeah, as you see, one of the little, they take one of the Sahagin, breaks open a femur, takes a little bit of takes a broken end, sucks out of the marrow, and just throws it at the at the force field. Watches the monster up and start laughing.
Jeez.
Well, they're definitely bad guys. We should definitely, we should definitely kill them.
Definitely,
Sterling,
let's fuck them up.
you also see what looks to be 3 hastily dug up graves at the far end.
Hastily dug up graves?
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody dug these graves up, or they recently dug them and then
Recently
buried
dug them. And roll me a survival check, actually.
them? Hey, what? Survival?
Mm-hmm. As you're looking around, you're closer to wagon, so you can notice some of their tracks.
17.
17. You notice that the tracks, it looks like they've been here for a few days, maybe even a week.
Holy shit. Literally laying siege to these guys. Well,
All right. I think it will be important for us to coordinate our attack. As far as I can see, there are only 5 enemies here.
Mm-hmm. And with that perception, you notice that there's a few more further away, but it'll take some time for them to get there.
Right.
These are only the ones that are enjoying themselves at terrorizing the people.
what is this big mother trucker right here?
Looks like a green, more Sahagin or green, have green, maybe emerald or very bluish skin. That one is more gray. And I'll transition to this. And I will make him a little bit bigger for y'all.
Okay.
He's gross.
Yeah.
He's not that big though, right?
How
No,
big-
no, 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 no.
He's that big though? That's still pretty
Yes.
big.
Yeah, large size creature.
The
All right.
snapping turtle though, I'm not sure I understand the snapping turtle.
I don't know, but I believe it will be important to take out the large one. Let's Tarquin fire.
He smiles. Well, of course.
All right. I think if we coordinate our largest fire attacks, Sterling, you use your bow against.
Be careful not to take down the dome, though. I imagine the mage at the center of that is quite tired, so we should try to not hit that as much as possible.
Right. Would I know what the dome, like the spell that's being cast is, DM?
It would be small hut.
Okay, so it's so it's not tiny hut, but it's small hut.
It's
Okay.
small hut. Which is
Gotcha.
a little bigger than tiny hut.
That's funny. All right. All right. Let's. Are we good with this plan?
Who do you want me to focus on?
Yeah, that's a question.
Oh, the big guy. The big guy for sure.
I think if we focus initially on the largest one, I think that would be a good idea.
Well, that's a damn shame.
Unless, do you think you could?
Well, I'm saying, out of character, my horde breaker only works if the person's within 5 feet of them.
Oh, you know what? That's a
So
good
I could
point.
do a third attack
That's a good
if
point.
need be.
You know what? That's a good point. You try to take out some of the smaller ones. Tarquin, you and I will attack them all. And then,
This is probably our most coordinated attack that we've ever done.
well, we've never had a battle that we can just like prepare before.
Yeah, that's true.
And Yorick, go as soon as the fire goes off. Go destroy the large one, please.
Right on.
All right.
Let's
And
do this.
this is gonna take a little bit longer than time we have left, so I would say we'll end the session there. You guys have made your plan. You guys have made your plan on how you're gonna attack, and we'll come up with it next week.
That's how we're gonna attack.
Yeah, it was either that. I was checking out. I'm sure you scoped me checking out Scorcher, trying to like see if they're in a 30-foot line.
Yeah.
Mm,
Heck yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude. Okay,
Mhm.
sick. Oh,
All
I'm
right.
scared.
All right. For that, thank you guys so much for joining. That was Archipelago, episode